everyone, and welcome back to Midnight Theories, and if you're new here, welcome to Midnight Theories. The Idol Star Athletic Championship, better known as ISAC, is a biannual sports event held by the network NBC. Celebrities, mainly solo artists or groups, participate in various Olympic-style sports with or against each other to earn medals. It's a great opportunity for rookie or lesser-known groups to participate in such a publicized event, as they can distinguish themselves and get noticed if they excel in any athletic competition. The event first aired on Chuu in 2010, where 130 active idols and celebrities participated in several track and field events. Big names such as 2PM, Infinite, Super Junior, Shiny, Sistar, Miss A, and many more drew in crowds, tantalizing the viewers by showcasing an idol's true athletic talent and competitiveness. The program received a positive response with a 17% rating and close to 20% during the 2011 Lunar New Year special. It triggered the event to be held each year consecutively and has omitted most sports with a high risk of injury and added new categories in its place. Over the years, the event has tested the endurance, stamina, strength, and flexibility of these idols, expecting them to perform like professional athletes. But this left many questioning who are the ones qualified enough to judge these events and how do they compare against professional/Olympic standards. Many, if not all categories are judged by professionals in their respective fields and take into account the idol's experience or, in majority of cases, lack thereof. Needless to say, very few idols actually have some sort of experience when it comes to these sports, which means they have to do some sort of training before the big event. Determining the amount of training varies from person to person, as we have to take into account the majority of these idols participating are preparing for a comeback or are actively promoting. This means they cannot halt their idol activities to train, but some companies will fit training into their schedule. If only one of the members of a group is allowed to participate in a specific event, each member will be tested on their skill level, and the members with the best result is chosen to participate in the sport. For some of these special events like archery, aerobics, and rhythmic gymnastics, idols are required to have some sort of special training, and in these cases, sometimes idols from different companies will train together for these events. But when it comes to tamer sports like bowling, idols will usually train on their own time. The standard for ISAC is not comparable to Olympic or professional level in skill. For example, one of the program's long-running categories, archery, has been known to have a huge difference in distance. At the ISAC, archery takes place indoors, where the idols shoot their arrows from a 20-meter distance, but is given a dramatic effect due to the fixed camera angles to mask the short span. Whereas, in a real Olympic event, archers shoot from a 70-meter distance. Not to mention, professional archers compete outside and have to consider weather conditions such as wind. Another example would be the running track. Unlike your typical track, the one at the ISAC is made of adhesive sheets pasted on the ground, which can make the surface rather slippery, causing injuries if the runners aren't careful. While most understand that injuries are unavoidable and bound to happen, the problem is the number of injuries that happen each year. Since the establishment of the program, many idols have sustained injuries, so much so that a long list can be made of the number of injuries that happen during filming, and ISAC is praised when no injuries are reported. During the 2013 100-meter dash, several big-name female idols lined up and got into position ready to take home the title. Bora took an unexpected dive, sliding on the textured terrain. While running at such a high speed, any little misstep can completely throw off your balance, which is what happened here. The idol was safely guided off the field, but sustained a leg injury. Her agency, Starship Entertainment, reported that her injury was allegedly minor and did not require extra treatment. In a similar event, DMTN's Daniel was injured during the preliminary race where he tripped and fell. He was able to push through the pain and quickly gathered himself, where he finished the match with a limping leg. Unlike Bora, who was reported to sustain a minor injury, Daniel was reported to have suffered excruciating pain in his leg and was rushed to the emergency room. His agency, Chuu Entertainment, released a statement that they suspected his old knee injury resurfaced after the fall, and he would undergo several tests to determine the severity of his injury. Fortunately for the idol, he recovered and was able to join his group for a comeback. During the high jump event, former EXO member Tao did not clear his jump and landed on his back. The idol was seen clutching his lower back, suggesting he could have pulled a muscle, which worried many fans, and he was sent off to receive additional treatment. Another injury to add to the ever-growing list was VIX's Leo. Leo was chosen as the team captain for the year and showed off an excellent performance. However, the idol collided with another participant, which greatly injured him. Despite the pain, Leo stayed on the sideline watching his team play till the end and later received treatment. He was later photographed leaving the venue in a cast and crutches, which prevented the idol from completing his activities and had to sit out of the choreography portion during VIX's performances. One of the worst injuries to come out of ISAC to date was Infinite's Uhyun's shoulder injury. During the 2014 ISAC, Uhyun participated in the indoor soccer tournament, known to be one of the event's more intense competitions due to the number of injuries that have transpired over the years. During filming for the first round, Uhyun fell and slid on his shoulder, trying to score a goal for his team. The heavy impact injured the idol enough for him to be escorted off the field and sought medical treatment. The idol was treated as though he only had minor injuries and slapped some bandages on him before sending him back on the field. He eventually scored a goal for his team and was showered with cheers from the audience. Both NBC and Woollim Entertainment dramatically downplayed the extent of his injuries after releasing several statements that the idol's injury was minor and would do physical therapy for speedy recovery. Meanwhile, the rest of Infinite were promoting their new single Last Romeo. During promotions, the Infinite members were guests on a radio show where they were asked about Uhyun's current status. Donggu explained, Uhyun injured his shoulder while filming for a sports program. Right now, he can't use one of his arms normally. We hope that he recovers quickly because it is difficult for him to do the dance choreography. However, we would not know the extent and impact of his injuries till years later. In 2017, Uhyun did a V-Live where he shared that his shoulder was completely ruined beyond recovery due to the injury he sustained in 2014. He further went into detail that his cartilage was ripped to shreds and has no cartilage in his shoulders. He was also informed by his doctor that he could soon have frozen shoulders, a condition that causes pain and stiffness in the shoulders, and over time, the shoulders become very hard to move. He ended the statement by saying he was told his shoulder would be in a lot of pain by the time he was in his 30s or 40s. The injury affected all aspects of his life, where he was forced to adjust due to his fast-paced career. Workouts, choreography, and so much more have changed so he can avoid as much use of his shoulder. AOA Solhyun had also sustained a serious leg injury while practicing for the 2014 curling event. Her group, AOA, was busy promoting one of their biggest hits yet, Miniskirt, but Solhyun was forced to withdraw from all group activities while she was in the hospital for 6 weeks recovering. Similar to Bora's 2013 running incident at ISAC, Mamamoo's Moonbyul participated in the 60-meter dash for the 2015 ISAC. Moonbyul suffered a nasty fall as she lost her balance, landing on her right side of her face and hurting her leg and chin in the process. The idol went back to her members trying to laugh it off while reassuring her fans that she was okay and later participated in the archery event. During the track and field event, both Jackson and Jinyoung from GOT7 were reported by JYP officials to have received a few bruises while participating in their respective events. Their injuries were reported to be minor to the public. However, the boys were seen at the airport heading to another event, and fans noticed the two members were wearing arm casts. One of the members' fathers posted a picture of both Jinyoung and Jackson with the caption, "Anybody else got injured? They really should not ask K-pop members to do this. They may end their career because this." The boys continued promotions and performed without their slings as seen here. After not being able to participate in ISAC since 2011, Teen Top's Eljo was excited to rejoin the event. During the basketball tournament, the idol hurt his pinky when the ball hit it. He continued playing through the pain, which is why many were unaware of his injury at first, but over time, the pain got worse. In the middle of the game, he went to seek first aid, where his pinky was bandaged and continued playing. But the pain only got worse, and his pinky swelled up to the point where his pinky was just as thick as his thumb. Because of this, he was immediately taken to the hospital. Another infamous indoor soccer injury occurred at the 2016 ISAC, where Exosuman collided with another member. The idol received on-site treatment for his leg injury and was sent to the hospital for further examination. He was later diagnosed with a bruise on his right knee and wore a cast to protect his injury to ensure a speedy recovery. Despite his pain, he continued to promote with his group, however, his schedules were limited. During the 400-meter relay, 17's Jonghan took a tumble on the track after losing his balance during a turn. He took a hard fall, but pumped with adrenaline, he instantly picked himself up and finished the race, but suffered a wrist injury as a result. On air during the 2018 ISAC, boy group Impact made the crowd cheer in excitement as the boys flawlessly performed their intense acrobatic performance, tumbling, twirling, and jumping on stage. However, during rehearsals, two of the members, Jeop and Eunjae, received injuries during their performance, with the latter being rushed to the hospital with a shoulder injury. Impact's agency shared the idol was already receiving treatment for his shoulder from a previous injury, but after experiencing pain in his shoulder, he was sent to the hospital to receive treatment. In the same recording, Twice's Sana was also reported to have been experiencing acute abdominal pain. She was later diagnosed with enteritis, a condition that causes inflammation in the intestines. Many idols have been injured at ISAC, but NBC is adamant that the show itself is not to blame for these injuries. However, as of 2017, ISAC has tried to implement extra safety measures by omitting events with high risk of injury, having ambulances on standby for the whole day, and adding medical teams at each set focusing on the artist's safety. This does not prevent injuries, but rather wait for them to treat the injury sooner. As NBC was focusing on injury prevention, it seemed they forgot to train their staff on how to appropriately interact with the idols. During the winter of 2019, a clip of a male ISAC staff member aggressively pulling an idol's hair made the rounds online. The girl in the clip is Chuu, one of the members of Luna. Taking a break from a long day of filming, the young idol was seen huddled up with her members when a man who was believed to be a part of the interviewing crew approached the singer in an impolite manner. He tugged the idol's hair to grab her attention, which caused Chuu to lean back in response, indicating some force was used. He then directed her to the interview station. I will bring up that her members did chuckle at the situation when it happened, since some netizens believe it was a playful gesture, but majority would agree that it was far from professional. Various fans and netizens alike were outraged by the staff member's actions and questioned his approach. This led the clip to spread like wildfire throughout the community and demanded the program and staff member to apologize. In the meantime, fans were on the hunt to find the man's identity and bring Chuu justice. As you can imagine, Orbits, Luna's fandom, were quick to find the man who did it and plastered his face online with the hashtag ISAC staff apologize now. The situation only grew with the hashtag trending at #1 in Korea, providing Orbits fan power by bringing awareness and not letting NBC shove the situation under the rug. Before NBC released an official apology, an anonymous user posted on the show's viewers' bulletin board with the title, "We apologize for grabbing Luna members' Chuu hair." The post was short and seemed insincere, which fueled the fire even more and caused the OP to edit the post. The post caused suspicion for its authenticity since it was not posted by a staff member and was riddled with bad grammar. The post was later confirmed by NBC to be a false apology and was subsequently deleted. The following day, NBC released their official apology and stated that they would be more careful from now on trying to prevent a situation like this from happening again. Although I've mentioned ISAC is a great opportunity for rookies or lesser-known groups due to how publicized the event is, low-profiled groups are known to be at a disadvantage. During the 2015 Lunar New Year special, the artists were split into teams based on their companies. This was the same format that was used in the first ISAC. The format made it tough for artists under small companies to get exposure, as they were already competing for screen time with established idols. On top of this, only 1 or 2 of the members of a group were allowed to compete, while the rest had to sit back and cheer, which meant they only had 1 chance to win a medal. Banning is a thing at ISAC. One well-known case with BTS, ISAC can be pretty strict when it comes to pictures or posts about the event, as they do not want anything to be spoiled. Although they cannot control what gets posted by fans, the idols are contracted not to post any photos or spoilers until the official air date. In 2017, BTS released pictures of themselves at the event and released subtle spoilers, thus breaking one of the major rules. A few speculated that the reason BTS broke the rule was that they no longer wanted to attend the event, but they signed a contract with NBC that they would mandatorily attend the event for X amount of years. The only way they could get out of the contract was if they break one of the rules. I cannot confirm or deny this, so take this with a grain of salt. Although not many idols have actually been banned, some have been suspected by their fans to have actually attempted this. Monsta X were accused by their fans to have tried a similar method like BTS. The reason behind the speculation, Monsta X arrived at the event late and missed a press conference. They also constantly used their phones at the event and posted on social media. To add to the chaos, Monsta X were even trying to tell their fans to leave after their archery event. However, in a turn of events, the members who participated in archery made it to the finals. Understandably, these artists will ask their fans to leave after their event because filming can go on for hours. Filming days can stretch upwards to 20 hours, as there are multiple events to film in the span of 2 days. The program is exhausting for the idols, but also for the fans who have to tough out weather conditions and also lose sleep. If idols can't escape, at least their fans can. Victims Byungchan also humorously asked their fans to leave, or in his words, run away/escape. Early on, idols have voiced their experiences and accounts participating in the program. One of the first idols to do so was Super Junior's Heechul. During a TV appearance, Heechul addressed some of the concerns and spilled the tea on the infamous idol athletic competition. Compared to the vast amount of active K-pop groups there are each year, a sheer amount of idols have participated on the show over the years, leaving some viewers questioning why some of their favorite artists are not invited at all. Heechul revealed that being invited to ISAC is kind of a double-edged sword. He said, if they don't go on the show, the broadcast station may turn their back on the idols. There's a chance that if the idol rejects the offer to appear, they may suffer disadvantages. there is nothing good that will come out of being on bad terms with the major broadcasting station. He also added that even if idols participate, there's also the problem of being edited out by the show due to injuries. When ending his statement, he said that Super Junior stopped attending, to which one of the hosts said, "It's because now they want EXO more than Super Junior." NBC responded to Heechul by saying, "We heard about Heechul's comments on the show. It seems like rumors about idol groups suffering disadvantages on NBC music programs if they don't appear on Idol Star Athletic Championship have been raised a few times. However, in reality, even in this year's filming, there were several cases of idol groups that could not make the filming because of their schedule." The representative added, revealing that idols are not forced or threatened to film on the show. The statements made by Heechul alone opened a whole new can of worms. It's been said that in the K-pop industry, it's common practice for groups in the same company to be sold as package deals. For rookies or lesser-known groups to get on certain programs, entertainment companies need to provide one or more of their well-known groups. This may also be the case for ISAC, where companies may need to provide their top idols for ISAC. For example, sometimes individuals from established groups will make an appearance, host, or participate, while their juniors go on the show with all their members. Established idols will draw in an audience, and it only takes a few members to gain hype. For years, it's been known that ISAC is a dating ground for idols and is one of the best ways for them to mingle and get to know each other. Many idols have exposed the dating environment, one of which was M-Black's Chuu. During one of his lives, he confirmed some speculation revolving around the topic. He explained that the program takes hours to film because there are so many events. So there is so much time spent on reacting to others that all the idols are just together sitting around. Everyone's sitting together, but you don't really want to talk to the other idols first. But then, a friend in a different group will be next to you, and they will say, "Oh, you know that person too?" And they'll invite them over. Then, you will naturally start talking. After talking, it's natural that the line, "Could you give me your contact information?" comes out. We're stuck in a place for 20 hours of filming already. What else could you do for 20 hours? You start talking and then become close. It's not just celebrities. If you're with someone in one spot for a long time, you can't help but get closer. With that, there are people who develop a lover relationship from this. In 2017, Girls' Day were guests on Life Bar, where they spill the tea on how couples interact in dating drama. They explain that ISAC is mainly a way for idols to scan their dating pool. Behind the scenes, couples will usually exchange love notes during the event or exchange flirty eyes. However, things can get awkward or drive tension when exes are spotted. Former idol turned YouTuber Subini spoke on her experience when asked if it's easy to spot who's dating who. She explained that she heard from other sources that it can be easy to tell, but for her, she wasn't focused on others, but rather concentrated on her event. However, she said that one of her former members was dating a boy group member, and he so happened to have also attended the same event.
They played it out like they didn't know each other, and it's just so funny because we see our member and we see that group and like they're constantly doing like eye contact, so I guess this is where the eye contact.
NBC has held ISAC for over a decade and has only cancelled a handful of their events, which included during the 2017 NBC strike and in 2020/2021 during the current pandemic. With the increased confirmed COVID-19 cases in Korea, NBC had to switch focus by introducing spin-off events such as the Idol Star Esport Championship and the Idol Star Dog Agility Championship. The Esport event was held at a special outdoor stage. Groups such as N-Flying, Golden Child, Luna, NCT Dream, IZ*ONE, Oh My Girl, and many more joined to compete and win the championship. The idols focus on competing with each other by playing popular games such as PUBG Mobile and Kart Rider Rush Plus. For the Idol Star Dog Agility event, 11 idols along with their dogs showed off their perfect chemistry as they try to complete the obstacle race and show how the stars and dogs trained for the event. For the 2021 ISAC, the event was cancelled again and replaced with a special recap of previous highlights and Hall of Fame episodes. While it's fun to watch our favorite idols show off their athletic side and interact with other idols, the risk to their health is not worth it, especially if it could affect them permanently. Fortunately, in the majority of these cases that were reported, the artists were temporarily affected. But for the few who received major injuries, there is no sign of recovery and changed the trajectory of their career. As the dark side of the program was shown to the public, fans tried to boycott the event in response and voiced a valid concern over the continuous injuries. The ratings gradually dropped, but despite several ups and downs, ISAC has maintained its relevance and will continue to air as long as there is a demand. Do you think ISAC and NBC are responsible for the injuries that occurred under their supervision? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching and enjoy your stay.